and welcome to our Underclassmen Awards ceremony. First of all, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Mr. Mullaney, and I was principal for the first 3 months of your high school career. For many of those 3 months, you weren't in school in person that much, so it's really gratifying to see you guys here today together, being able to celebrate your class together. I'd like to congratulate the class of 2024 as you are now just about through the most unusual year. I can assure you that you will never forget your freshman year in high school. You not only face the ordinary challenges of starting a new school, new teachers, new classes, new expectations, more work, finding your way around. Every freshman, every year at Millis High School has to deal with that, but you also had to deal with learning on Zoom, individual dining in our cafeteria, mask breaks, cohort learning, hybrid learning, band restrictions, chorus restrictions, dance restrictions, drama restrictions, athletic restrictions, all kinds of restrictions placed on your freshman year. You had to come to school on buses with windows open when it was 2 degrees outside. You had to do all these things, and you did it. And I'm sure at times it seemed like the challenges were insurmountable. But again, you did it. And you should be proud of yourselves for making it through this most unusual year. I'm very hopeful that when you come back in the fall for your sophomore year, things are going to look very different and you'll be able to enjoy a more quote-unquote normal high school experience. Having faced all those challenges, I would say that as a class, you still excelled and achieved. And we're very proud of the contributions of our class of 2024. One of the things people do a lot nowadays is rate things. How many likes does a post get? How many stars do you give a game or a restaurant? So right now, I'd like you to think about your freshman year experience at Millis High School for a minute. Think about the challenges, think about the good things, think about the tough things. And then I'd like you to rate it on a scale of 1 to 5. How many stars would you give your freshman year? If 1 was just horrible and 5 was amazing, how would you rate your freshman year? Okay, and now here's the audience participation part. Put up your hands. Think about the rating, and then show us what your rating would be. Okay, I see some 4s, some 3s, a lot of 3s. I see some 5s, I see some 1s. Okay, thank you, thank you. If you put up a 1 or a 2, what can you do next year to make sure your rating goes up? Maybe that's recommitting yourself to your academics. Maybe that's joining that club you thought about but didn't join. Maybe that's talking to that person you wanted to know a little better but didn't have the courage to talk to. Making your rating goes up is within your power. So we look forward to you doing that next year. If you put up a 4 or a 5, great, very happy. Now the tough thing is maintaining that 4 or 5. Okay? Try and make sure that what you did to make your freshman year successful, you're doing your sophomore year, junior year, senior year. We're going to be counting a lot on you moving forward. We're going to count on you to be good students, to be kind to each other, to be respectful to each other, to be compassionate. You never know what kind of day a person's having when you meet them. And sometimes just a smile from you can make that day a little better. So those are some of the things we're gonna be counting on you for. We're gonna count on you as you go through school to become more and more vital leaders of our school. I think as a class you had a pretty good start. I know that a lot of freshmen have already made an impact in our school, so we look forward to the class of 2024 continuing to add to the culture and the excellence of our school. Now, today's ceremony allows you to celebrate members of your class. I'm going to be calling up different teachers to recognize students who excelled in their classrooms and in their department. And so at this time, we'd like to start the ceremony, and I would like to call Mr. D to the stage.
Thank you. First, I'd like to begin. I have 3 students for excellence in Intro to Computer Science. So if Gavin Banks, Mark Frizzoco, and Arias Johnson, please come on board. Well done. Congratulations. Mark, congratulations. Arias. My first experience in teaching remotely, and those guys helped me get through. The next award is for excellence in exploring computer science, and Madison Kale, if you'd come up. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. D. Oh.
The odd year continues. For excellence in video game design and programming, apologies to Malachi Chansky. Come on up. You're on. Good job.
At this time, I'd like to call Mr. Kendrick to the podium.
I gotta be honest with you, I thought I had the coolest class until I just heard you can do video game and design. That sounds amazing. Nice job, Malachi. Anyway, I only have one award, but I gotta say, out of any of the years, this year's has been the most challenging. Our students have had to not only endure COVID, but do everything with a mask, and you know how hard it is just to walk around with a mask, never mind do activity with a mask. So this award, I'm very proud of this student. This award is for excellence in Fit for Life, and we call it the John Patrick McKenna Award. It's named after an excellent student who was exemplary, and so we honor that student and students moving forward because of their excellence in their performance. And this year's recipient is Ryan Breslow. Good job, Ryan.
Okay, if Mr. Finney could come to the podium.
All right, good afternoon, good morning. I have awards for, hold on one second. Just 2. One for semester 1 in Excellence to Health, and one for semester 2. Semester 1, Jack Ryan, and semester 2, Jen Scopanetti.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to call Ms. Cheney to the podium.
I'm very happy to be here today to give out both of the freshman biology awards. Both of the students have had academic excellency and have been amazingly consistent. So we have Ben McCarthy and Emily Steiner. Emily Steiner.
Oh, sure.
I just want to remind you guys to come all the way to the podium, and teachers, if you could stay as close to the podium as possible so we make sure we have everybody in frame, so your parents can see when you win your awards.
Thank you, Mrs. Manning. And right now, I would like to call Ms. Graham to the podium. Sounds crazy.
Hi, guys. The Bernadette Lingren Award was established to honor a former Millis High School special education teacher. Bernadette made a difference in the lives of many students by setting high expectations and helping them to achieve their goals with kindness and compassion. This year, our award goes to Malika Chansky.
Okay, and at this time, I'd like to call Mr. Ingraham to the podium for the English Award.
Good morning, everybody. I have 2 awards to give out for freshman English. The first one goes to for excellence in the college level. There are 3 college level classes, and I know between my 2 classes and Mr. Bigelow's class, there are many outstanding students here. This guy who wins the award this morning, not only was his grade really high at the end of the year, but he also showed other characteristics. He was a great classroom participator. He has awesome background knowledge. He's just very inquisitive, really keeps conversations going. When they start to lag, he's always there to help, and he does well in all assessments. So the award for college level grade 9 English goes to Mason Sabe. He's here virtually. There you go, Mason. Good job. Congrats. The second award this morning goes for excellence in the honors level. As always, there are 2 levels of honors English freshman year, and all of them are great students. And at the end of the year, a lot of the grades are very similar. So in order to separate, you have to look at some other things. So this winner, this girl is, again, a great classroom participator. Her vocabulary is outstanding. She does well on tests and quizzes, but what really sets her apart the most is in a class of really good writers. She is a great writer. She is really one of the best writers that I've had in 20 whatever years at the freshman level. So this award for excellence in honors level English goes to Lucy Sisto.
At this time, I'd like to call Ms. Haggerty to the podium for the action.
So, Mr. Mulaney just asked me if I had poems for you, and you don't know it, but I do like to present my awards in the form of a poem. And feel free to complete the rhyme. It's not one of those fancy, sorry English, like, other kind of poem. It's a rhyming poem. So I'm here to present the awards for Art Design New Media, and there's a few for each class, and there were 4 classes, so I'll do the poem and then I'll call all the students. Our day-to-day lives have a necessary requirement of spending a lot of time in a digital environment. Thank you. Asynchronous, hybrid, in-person and remote. This year especially, our digital skills kept us afloat. This is stretch, I know. Our design and new media focuses on that digital presence using design applications. These students excelled in all areas and had stellar participation. So I'm going to list all the students. The first semester students get extra kudos because we were learning a lot that first semester about design programs that we could use. And that's Reagan McMahon, Olivia Matthews, Marissa Herling, Addie Kalai, Emily Steiner for this semester, Lindsay Murillo, Jamie Conrad, Sophia Rubicala, and Jack Ryan.
Okay, at this time, I would like to call Mr. Seg to the podium to present the math awards.
All right, I had some remarks prepared for Miss Young, but she's here right now, so. Miss Young.
Hi, freshmen. I love this class. This has been a great year getting to know you. Unfortunately, it's been a tough year, and if I could give everyone an award, I would. I know that sounds cliche, but everybody has gone through a lot this year, and all you guys give me a reason to come to work, smile, and you all bring something to the table. So I just want you to know that. The Pythagoras Award is a Geometry CP2 award. It goes to a student who was a pleasure to have in class all year round and had the highest average. She would participate on Zoom, help others in class if she finished early, and excelled in all her class assessments. She was a light to us all during a tough year. This award goes to Macy Schneider.
The Euclid Award is presented to the Geometry Honors student with the highest average for the year. She has done an outstanding job with content all year long. She was also a very valuable participant, especially when I made a careless error. Finishing the year with an impressive 102%, the Euclid Award is presented to Emily Steiner. The Euler Award is presented to an outstanding geometry CP1 student. She has done consistently excellent with content all year long and also a very valuable participant both in person and while remote, which is appreciated even more this year than a usual year. The Euler Award is presented to Abby Powers.
Okay, at this time, I'd like to call Ms. Ziemba to the podium for the Social Studies Award.
Okay, good morning. So the 9th grade history awards are actually named after three of my personal heroes in American history. The first one is the Abigail Adams Award, and the recipient of this award is a student who excels in American history, but also goes above and beyond in the classroom and on all assignments. This year, the honoree exhibits the spirit and brilliance of Abigail Adams, but she also has the most impressive travel history of any student in my teaching career. The Abigail Adams Award goes to Wilson Copese. Sojourner Truth Award is given to a student who exemplifies the confidence, the insight, and natural aptitude of Sojourner Truth. This student contributes greatly to class discussions and clearly is able to not just appreciate history, but challenge it when necessary. The Sojourner Truth Award goes to Sophia Rubalcaba. Is the Frederick Douglass Award, and this recipient is for a student who may not be the loudest in the room, but definitely the most perceptive. Just like Douglass, behind the student's reserved nature is a bold set of skills and talents. I'm grateful for her friendliness, confidence to speak up, and overall meaningful contributions to class discussions. The Frederick Douglass Award goes to Emily Steiner.
And at this time, I'd like to call Mrs. Fitz to the podium for our Girls Tennis Award.
Hello, my freshmen. How are you? All right, so I have two awards, one for period 5 and one for period 7. My period 5 Spanish 2 Honors Award goes to a student who is always on task, always completes his work, participates, and is polite and kind. Congratulations to Arias Johnson. And my period 7 award goes A student who is always speaking Spanish, even when not in the classroom, pays great attention to detail, and is just always a positive person. Congratulations to Jennifer Scopanetti. And now I'm going to call up Mr. Canciaco.
Good morning, Millis, class of 2021. I have a few awards to give out today. The first one is Excellence in Spanish 1. This goes to a student who is not here. Why is he not here? Because he participated remotely the entire year. Now, you know how it was with the Zoom this year. You check in with someone, Sarah, are you with us? Or, John, are you with us? And they say, wait, what? Could you answer number 4, please? What page are we on? So, but this student, well, it was the complete opposite of that. This student was always on task, always answered the questions, always participated very well as he can in the Zoom situation. So even though he's not hearing this speech right now, I'm gonna congratulate him. Congratulations, Andrew Butch. He's here. Augustine! Let's hear it for Andrew Butch. Hey. Now I know what he looks like. All right. All right. The next award, Excellent in Spanish 1 as well. This person was here in person throughout the year. And this person, she was an excellent student in my class. Always got her work done, always participated, always scored well on different assessments. But the thing that really stood out with her was her authentic interest in the Spanish language. She would ask like really insightful questions, like even like boring grammar stuff. She'd ask questions about it and seemed interested in it. So I really thank her for that. She was an excellent student this year. Dorothy Dolores Carmichael. This next student is a student in Miss Palladino's class. I don't know much about this person. This is for excellence in Spanish to college, but I'm sure it is well deserved. Presented to Jamie Conrad. Jamie, have you ever heard of Conrad's in Walpole? Excellent steak tips. All right, 2 to go. The next award, Excellence in Spanish 1 Immersion Award. This student, as everybody has seen this morning already, is extremely diligent, just a hard worker. And I think it's just something, I don't know if it's something that, she's born with it, or that drive. I don't know where it comes from, or something that develops over time, but it is impressive how hard she works, and it's resulted in an outstanding immersion year for her. Emily Candela Steiner. also known as the Steiner Recliner. And the last award for the Foreign Language Department. This is the second Excellence in Spanish 1 immersion. This student emerged as the year went on as an outstanding classroom leader. I would often ask her opinion on certain things, like how is the class going? And in the beginning of the year, this class was a very, very quiet class. Until recently, it's been very quiet in there, and it's been kind of difficult to get students to participate in something. It's been challenging, let's put it that way. Zoom didn't make that any easier. However, this student took a leadership role, and by leadership role, I mean started participating. When I would sort of float questions out there to see, and not call on specific students, to see who was going to step up. Most times, this student stepped up and would answer questions. She's also a great, great helper of other students to make them feel comfortable, to make sure they're doing well in class, and I really appreciate that. The winner of the Immersion Award, Wilson Liliana Copis. Thank you.
Okay, we are now down to the final award for the class of 2024. And this award deals with something that's kind of important in life. It's about showing up. It's about being there every day. Now, this was a very unique year for us because we were telling students and teachers and anyone in our schools, if you have a sniffle, don't come to school. If you're not feeling well, stay home. Stay home. We don't want to spread the virus. And that was important that we do that. Yet, through all this year of illness and challenges that could keep people from school, we had one student in the class of 2024 who was able to make it every day, remote, hybrid, in person. And so at this time, for the Perfect Attendance Award, I would like to call up Wilson Copis. And once again, I'd like to congratulate all the winners from the class of 2024. To be recognized in this forum after the year you've experienced is impressive. I'd like to echo something that Ms. Young said, though, about the entire group here with us today. Making it through this year and being here today is a victory as well. We celebrated academic achievement today, and we are first and foremost an academic institution, and that's our main goal. But I would also say that given everything you've experienced this year, you've also learned some things that you can't learn from a book, that you don't necessarily learn in a classroom. I think you've learned a lot about yourself, and a lot of the sacrifices you've made, the disappointments you've had, the challenges you've had to overcome. For all that, it's gonna make you a stronger person. You're gonna be able to use a lot of the things that you had to do to survive this year later in your life. So I'd just like to congratulate the whole class of 2024 for getting through this 2020-2021 school year, and I think you should give yourselves a hand because you did a great job. And with that, we will be concluding our Class of 2024 award ceremony for this year. And at this time, you can now go back to your advisories for your last advisory of the year.